Hello, and welcome back to the Macro Gamer channel. My name is Mark Hassenkamp, and today we will be starting a new game. Not really starting a new game, but playing a new game on this channel, which will be Final Fantasy XIV. Currently, my game on Path of Exile 2 has completed the first 3 acts, and it's in early access, so the second 3 acts, 4, 5, and 6, have not been released yet. So right now I'm just playing through hard mode of the first 3 acts to try to get to endgame. So it's literally the same 3 acts that you already saw, so I don't feel like just re-recording it and playing over again. I'd rather kind of just do that in the background and maybe play a different game in the meantime. So it's going to be Final Fantasy XIV. Specifically finished Endwalker, the final boss on Endwalker. So I'm going to start going into Dawn Trail, which is the most recent expansion that's been released. First, what I want to do is usually what I always do when I finish the patch is go clean up all of the raids and alliance raids and any missing dungeons or anything like that, because I really like to go through and collect all those, or I should say get all those and unlock all those. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to start the beginning of the normal raid missions, which is I think Pandaemonium. Can't remember exactly what it was, but we're going to double check. But that's what we're going to be doing. So going forward until I either get further along on Path of Exile 2 to endgame, or I just simply wait for the full game to release, so that way we'll get all 6 acts unlocked. So right now, like I said, it's only 1 through 3, but 4, 5, and 6 should come upon the game's full release, and then I can continue playing it later. Might even start a new character, we'll see. But anyway, let's play Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker, heading into Dawn Trail. Right. There's my character. Can I spin him? There you go. There's my guy. He's Gunbreaker class, so, or I should say job. So he's a tank. It's my fit. Very nice, very nice. Let's go. Let's go. Might do these raids one at a time. We'll see. Maybe shorter videos. Maybe that'll be better. Maybe not as long. Go through the quest line little by little, and then we'll go through Dawn Trail quest line. But like I said, first, I like to do all the raids. Normal raids, alliance raids. I haven't done an alliance raid as a tank. I have my main DPS that I started first, and then I did the tank later. So we'll see how that goes, but I can do the tank for the raids. Alright. So we are here in the Northern Empty, Old Charlian. That's how we say that. And this is our quest giver right here. I'm not even gonna pretend to say that name. Nemgigi. We're gonna see. So this should be the start of the Pandaemonium quest. So let's get started. So the Crystal from Beyond. MGG nods at you as if she was expecting your arrival. Damn right you were. Little material rewards. Alright, hee. It appears my calculations were correct. I knew that at this very spot, I would encounter none other than S.H.I.E.L.D. That's me. The hero who saw us through the final days. That's the Endwalker just completed. So certain was I of my math that I stood here for. Well, let's not concern ourselves with that. I am Nemgigi, assistant to one Professor Claudine. We work with the Ateoscope to observe the ethereal sea and delve into its myriad mysteries. Some mysteries, though, are beyond even our capabilities to unravel. The strange crystal we but recently discovered, for instance, defies our every conjecture. You've been to the center of the star and far beyond. That's right, I have. However, so we hope that you may see something in this crystal that we academics do not. I beg you lend us your well-traveled eye at Aporia. Professor Claudine will be eagerly awaiting your arrival. Let's zoom in. Quest accepted. Speak with Claudine. Okay, I'm gonna fast travel over there. This is me teleporting. Got me some levitation action. Got my Monkey King with me. Got my magnificent Steed Bird, aka Chocobo. We'll fly. There we go. It's Claudine. We'll get a movie clip. Nice, nice. Is it Claudine or Claudine? I don't know. Claudine Shield. And welcome to my humble laboratory. I am sure MGG has already told you plenty about us, but allow me to introduce myself personally. I am Claudine. What's that, Claudine? Leader of this little research collective. I must admit, I have been nervous about this meeting ever since MGG set out to find you. For a researcher in my field, there is no greater an honor than to meet the first man in history to traverse the ethereal sea and return to Telltale. That's me. I'm a badass. The professor speaks often and at length of your deeds, but he has no small number of achievements of his own, or to his name. He has peered deeper into the ethereal sea than any other in Charlayan, and the breadth of his knowledge is peerless. Peerless, perhaps, but for a single man, we must seize this precious opportunity to learn what we can from him, and perhaps crack this conundrum that has stumped the three of us for moons. Sounds like a long time. It was we who peered into the fathomless sea from the Antitower in the Dravinian hinterlands. There we spoke with Heidelin and learned of the fate that would befall this star, the final days. I beat the chick that was the boss. Soon thereafter, all research was moved to Labyrinthos, and through the Ateoscope did we continue our vigil. As impressive a work as the device is, however, it can glimpse but a fraction of the sea's infinite depths. Which brings us to the matter at hand. Not long after the Exodus was declared, we recovered an unusual crystal shard during a routine observation. It appeared before us suddenly, as if propelled to the surface by some unknown force. Fucking fascinating. We found that it possessed an ethereal density that exceeds that of normal crystals by orders of magnitude, and its shape resembles nothing which occurs in the natural world. It was made, not formed. Unfortunately, that was the extent of the information we could glean before we were forced to turn our focus towards the Exodus. The crystal was very nearly forgotten amidst the sudden upheaval. But thanks to the efforts of a certain someone, that crisis is now behind us, and we are free to resume our research. It's me, right? Thus we decide to seek you out, the dauntless adventurer who delved into the unknown and beheld its innermost secrets. And now we would have you see for yourself. Let's do it. Let's get these raids going. Kick some ass. What if any of this is voice acted? Here is the crystal in question. That's a straight up box. If it resembles aught you have encountered before, even by the smallest degree, please say so. Looks like a plain old box. Oh, I know that shard. I use those. That's how I summoned my team. For Endwalker, yep. Homie gave it to me. Yep. It's all coming back to me. What will you say? Memory abides within this crystal. I know of someone who bears a similar crystal. This sounds cooler. I'm going with that one. As I thought! You do know what this is. Please tell me everything. So I just talk and no words or nothing. Blah, 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 blah. I fought a crazy bird lady as a final boss. And she merged with her 7 sisters. And I kicked all their asses. Alright. I see the Ascians use these to transfer their memories to new vessels. Fascinating indeed. Yeah, it did. It was pretty sick. It was plain that this crystal was special somehow, but this revelation surpasses even my considerable expectations. Similar artifacts have appeared throughout the ages. Memories of martial techniques manifested as crystalline shards on the battlefield, or storied stones passed from the master to student. A comparison between said artifacts and the crystal may prove a fruitful first step in unveiling its true nature. What do you think, Professor? Ascian memories. Windows through which we can gaze upon the convocation of 14. Keep hearing about that. Unlike the crystal and shield story, that's me, this one does not bear the mark of the convocation. Who then could these memories belong to? And more importantly, why were they stored in this particular shard? More importantly still, why was it set adrift on the ethereal sea? This dude has magnificent hair. A little bit jealous. Shake your head, shake your head. Professor! Claudine! Yelling at you. Oh, dude's lost in thought. I'm well aware that contemplation is the key to breakthrough, but there is proprietary to consider. We have a guest, one you invited, explicitly. Must we do this every time? Yeah, for real, bro. Hella rude. Do them eyes, bro. What? Ah, yes, of course. Our guest. Terribly sorry. I do so easily find myself unmoored by the tides of rumination. Your vocabulary is excellent. Perhaps a more engaging use of your time with us would be for you to take up that crystal. If indeed there are memories stored within, they may reveal themselves to you upon contact. Oh shit! He was right. Faint voice. If anyone, message, come. Pandemonium, please. Faces, grave threat, star, in danger. Not my star. I saved my star from the final days. That expression does not bode well. What did you see? Nod. Pandemonium. 'Tis not a word I've heard before. If my knowledge of the ancient tongue serves me, it means all demons. Not a name that inspires optimism, all things considered. Got that right. In the event that another star-shattering cataclysm is in fact bearing down upon us, I would have the aforementioned examples of crystallized memory to hand. Nemgigi, Rusanad, I entrust their procurement to you. If there are more memories to be extracted from the crystal, we will find them. Facts. This is my team right here. As for you, Shield, this is a person I would have you seek. The one who has delivered so dire a warning. Your story tells us that this crystal could very well have been made by one of the ancients. If that is the case, then discerning the nature of this pandemonium would require a trip far into the past, to an area before the Sundering. Ooh shit, time travel. I know of only one individual capable of such a feat, the very hero who traversed time to prevent the world's doom. It's me! You're looking right at him, this guy. I must confess, the tales people tell of your adventures beggar belief, and their veracity has been a subject of much debate among my peers. After today's meeting, however, there can be no doubt in my mind that every incredible exploit is fact. Yes. Yes. So I ask you now, return to the past. Find out what and where Pandemonium is, and if we need to be concerned by this message. Oh, that means I'm going to fight. Thank you For the time being, you should keep the crystal in your possession. I do not think you have seen the last of its memories, and more may be drawn out as you approach their source. Safe travels, and may we meet again soon to share our findings. Okay. Alright. Next, approach the portal. Where this at? The Crystarium. Interesting. Going to the Crystarium now. Is that where the portal's at? I'm going back to, was it Shadowbringers or the fuck? I already fought the expansions. You're over here. Teleport. Teleport, teleport. Crystarium gatekeep. Welcome, my lord. If you wish to go to the ocular, I should be glad to escort you. Let's go. Destination. See, Final Fantasy is a game with storyline. I like storyline. Path of Exile 2 does okay. And Illuvium ain't done shit yet. Alright. Staring into the giant mirror thingy. Got my stone. If receives this message... Oh, I don't even skip, it just goes. Where's Grahatia? Come! Pandaemonium! Quickly! Slow walk into the abyssal portal. The abyssal portal. Ooh. Like a hit? Sounds like I got hit. Gonna put the stars. Oh yeah, I got hit. I got hit by something. Oh, I fell off a cliff or something. Oh, this place looks nice. There's a hell of a chill vibe here. Oh yeah, look at this place. This is back where I was? Is this the past place? I think it is. Looks like it. Ugh. Ah, weren't you the voice at the end of Endwalker? After you beat the final boss, I think this person's talking. Confused boy. Could it be? No, of course not. Apologies. But for the briefest moment, I thought you, too, be a dear friend of mine. I realize now that such a notion is preposterous. We could be homies. We could be homies. It's okay. He told me a falling star would appear before me, and I suppose you must be it. Truth be told, I did not expect the expression to be so literal. So I guess I fell on top of him. And I am a star. So it checks out. Alright. You are clearly the mission giver. This is where I was in, Endwalker. Themis. Themis? Themis? We'll go with Themis. Apologies for not introducing myself properly. My name is Themis. As you can see by my bare face, I am not one of the Ellipsis observers. You got your mask, though. Rather, I am come here on an assignment, which has been more or less routine up until this very moment, when I landed on your fucking face. Yeah. Checks out. You certainly do know how to make an entrance. Yes. I must wonder what brought you here, for it is plain that you do not belong here, or any place I know, for that matter. You don't know. I'm the Warrior of Light. I am Azem's familiar. I am also here on an assignment. You should know Azem's name. It appears my initial impression was not so preposterous after all. I did not know my friend had such a unique familiar at his disposal. Damn right. If you are here at Azim's behest, then I believe I can hazard a guess as to your purpose. You are here to investigate Pandaemonium, yes? Facts. If so, we may be able to help one another, but first, might I trouble you to explain how you came to collide with my skull? That's a good one. That's a good one. I was busy just saving the world, you know, doing normal hero shit, and then boom, here I landed. I see. I believe that dispels any major doubts I had concerning your intentions. Apologies for being so intrusive, but you must understand this is an uncommon occurrence. I'd say so. I shall pry no further, for I am well aware that we all have secrets we must keep. However, if I may, I would very much like to take a look at this crystal of yours. Guess I had to think about it for a second. Fascinating. Well, I cannot say much as to what it contains. It is clear that there are memories stirring within. Memories that speak of something gravely amiss in Pandaemonium. The facility extends beneath Ellipis, and is overseen by the worlds of La Habrea. It houses those creations that are highly valued as research subjects and highly dangerous to the star. Naturally, it is strictly guarded and under constant surveillance. Several days ago, however, an unnatural shift in the flow of its surrounding aether was detected. Soon thereafter, all communications from Pandaemonium ceased. Shocked. I am here as representative of an organization that works directly with the Convocation and have been tasked with investigating this incident. Convocation 14. Now that there is some measure of transparency between us, might I offer a suggestion as to what we should do next? Fucking raid battle, brother. Let's go. Direct hit, critical hit, determination. Critical hit as often as you can get. During the course of your investigation, you may discover valuable artifacts. These can be exchanged for equipment by speaking with Maleni in Aporia or Diol and Radzahan. Can't say those names. Where familiars die, Themis is eager to commence an investigation into Pandaemonium. So am I. Now then, my proposal is a simple one. Let us journey to Pandaemonium together. Our destination is the same, and I suspect the arrangement would work in our mutual benefit. Besides, I should have no trouble gaining us both access. I do hope you agree. I would be loath to part ways from the falling star I had been waiting so long for. Let's go, brother. Originally, I had planned to conduct my investigation with the friend I mentioned earlier. He had also noticed the anomaly near Pandaemonium, so it only seemed natural that we should investigate it together. However, he eventually decided that it would be unwise for us both to go. If two members of our organization were seen poking our heads about restricted facilities, it could raise questions, you see. Convenient? I decided to go alone, but he left me with these words. Fear not, for in my absence a star shall fall before you. This dude's a future seer. While I could not comprehend his meaning at the time, I believe now I understand. He does have a way of being right about these things. Even so, his hints of what to come are generally more cryptic. I suppose I should have kept my gaze to the heavens. Suffice it to say that I am grateful for your presence either way. As for the matter at hand, we must first gain permission from the words of La Habrea for entry into Pandaemonium. There ought to be a speaker waiting at Agnarosis. Let's go. Fly, birdie, fly. Probably could just teleport, but it's not that far. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. La Habrea. I remember you. What's up, fucker? I know you. Words of La Habrea speaker. What a fascinating etheric signature. Ahem. In accordance with the convocation's request, the two of you have been granted leave to observe Pandaemonium. I shall register your aether for the records. For this point on, you may freely come and go from Pandaemonium as you please. Excellent. Now that was a painless process. I take this as a sign that we were meant to conduct our investigation together. Of course, while you have been permitted entry to the facility, the specimens housed inside must be handled with the utmost care. You are to heed the warder's instructions at all times. Those who conduct their work with Pandaemonium are called warders, for their role with respect to the creatures within. Generally, creations that pose a threat to the safety of the star must be undone. However, the words of La Habrea has deemed certain such creations as worthy of further study, interring them within the facility. Those who spend their days in Pandaemonium are not merely researchers, they must work tirelessly to ensure that none of the subjects slip their shackles. For all intents and purposes, the place is a dungeon. Perhaps such a comparison arouses frightful imaginary, but Pandaemonium is a frightful place. That's what I'm looking forward to. I know not the purpose of your investigation, but if you discover aught that merits a report, pray do so with utmost haste. Master La Habrea shall guide us upon the proper course of action from there. La Habrea is a dick. Then I take it that means you have detected nothing amiss as of late? The warders have reported nothing that would cause alarm. Minor fluctuations in aether have been observed, but surely Master La Habrea would have acted if there were anything worth worrying about. I see. It appears La Habrea is kept well abreast of the goings-on here, then. I hope I am not overstepping my boundaries by asking, but you seem to be quite familiar with Master La Habrea. Do you know him? Oh, we have a past. Oh, the stories I could tell you. Yeah, that's a good one. You are no mere familiar, are you? Master La Habrea is not known for being generous with his time. That one would have stories of his company almost beggars belief. Regardless, while I doubt I need to tell you this, he is of the convocation. Take care that your actions do not hinder his work. And with that, we are free to make our way to Pandaemonium. The naos that will take us there is on the eastern bank of the Leith. Let us delay no further. Lethe? Lay? I don't know. Fucking words, man. Whoop. Fly! Gotta go way up there. Fly, birdie, fly! Oh, I think that's a teleporter there. Who needs a teleporter when you can fucking fly? A giant fucking chicken. With rockets on it. Up the waterfall. I had to contain my surprise for the sake of appearances, but it is true that you too have met La Habrea in the flesh. I find you more fascinating by the moment. Yeah, I know. Still, I shall refrain from asking too many questions. Secrets will make our journey all the more intriguing. We shall come to know each other in time, I wager. Or else why would fate have ostracized our meeting? Ostrated our meeting. Whatever. In any case, let us be off. Truth be told, this will be my first time beholding the fabled Pandaemonium with my own eyes. Here's to a new adventure, eh? Teleport to Pandaemonium, let's go. Oh, we get a video? Yeah, ooh, yeah! Look at this place. It is much as I feared. The speakers seemed in such high spirits that for a moment I thought the ethereal irregularity not nearly so grave a potent as I had imagined. Alas, 'twas a fleeting and vain hope. To gaze upon this complex network of chains and wards, the untrained eye might not sense anything awry. No effort has been spared in making this place impenetrable. It's fucking prison. Even the finest of masterworks is not without its flaws. However, someone or something is tampering with the protections. It is working from within, eroding them from the inside out. Oh no! Fear not, there is no immediate danger. I reinforced what protections I could the moment we arrived. Damn. This will not put an end to whatever is occurring, but it shall at least serve to slow its progress. One small victory, though the road ahead of us is yet long. Yes, powerful forces are at work here. The silence in the air speaks volumes. Why I did not expect a bustling facility, I see not a single warder. Our first course of action should be to seek one out, wherever they may be. However, there is something you must know. The magic I wove upon entering requires my constant awareness. That is to say, if we are forced to fight, I cannot risk joining you in battle. Should I lose focus, Pandaemonium's protections will rapidly crumble before the force assailing them. Were there another way, I would gladly choose it, but let us at least be grateful that neither of us is here alone, trapped in hopeless circumstances. If we should fail to find a peaceable solution, then I hope that I can rely on your strength to see us through. Of course, you have my promise. This request doesn't come as a surprise, to be honest. For real. The fucking warrior of light. At least you received it with good humor. Rest assured, I do not mean to stand by idly while you risk life and limb. I hope to be able to lend at least a touch of magical support. Alright. Creation magics do have their uses in that regard. I had it in mind to use your Aether as basis of illusory allies that will fight at your side. Oh shit. Perhaps 7 shall do. Not exactly an army, but by looks of you, a formidable band nonetheless. Basically a raid party. Alright, let's go. Try to make it sound all fancy. So shall it be. What, I wonder, awaits us in the Pandaemonium Pitfalls halls. This fucking ominous beat got me. Asphodelos, the first circle. Can't even say that. Alright. So now what I'd like to do is do a guide video before I go in there. Because I like to go prepared. Make it quick and simple. So let's do that. Alright. So I went through that video, probably attach it in the thing, so if anyone else wants to use it. This should be fun. Asphodelos. Let's see. See how long this takes. Alright. Let's do it. Hopefully the other tank wants to be main tank. Because I gotta watch the video. Come on, DPS. Come on, DPS. One more DPS right here. 3 out of 4. Come on. 2 tanks, 2 healers. Need one more DPS. 3 out of 4. There we go. Oh, I didn't save my portrait, damn it. Thought I saved my portrait. Asphodelos is the first circle. Oh shit. Running out. What you running from, bro? Are you the one who's the voice? I'll save them. I must. Oh, you a boss. This appears to be one of the warders we seek, but I'm afraid he is in no state to answer a question. Oh, that's hella fast. Have to read that later. It's my squad! Let's go, squad! Warder of the Condemned. Alright. Is he going in? He's going in. Let's do it. This side. Don't be on his side that does that. Stack up. Gotta be the opposite. Fire, oh yeah. Doing this. This is going so smooth. Oh shit. Do the opposite. Kicked his ass. That's hella easy. That was the easy one. Squad. Look at this hat. Ah, go to that guy to the left. That guy looks like he's in Assassin's Creed. Holy shit. You're the only one left, so you get the combination, brother. What do these treasure chests have? I don't want any of this stuff. Alright. Got a commendation. I didn't do anything, but thank you. That was a thrilling display, and if I may be so vaunting, the warriors I spun from your aether fought even more splendidly than I had anticipated. I suppose they were cut from the excellent cloth after all. We should wait until this man regains his senses. He wears the robes of a warder, and I would be very curious to know what drove him to attack us, sight unseen. Shields, he stirs! What came over me? It's coming back to me. My mind was filled with a storm of desperation, anger. I leapt at you, though I knew not of your intentions. Pray accept my apologies, and my thanks. Had you not knocked some sense back into me, I may have fallen upon someone less capable of defending themselves. It's all good, bro. I am who I am. I am, Asphodelos. Okay. A warder of Asphodelos. Asphodelos. I don't know how to say it. Pandemonium's highest layer. And the place we are in now. One must wonder why you were so desperate to keep us out. What is happening in Pandaemonium? The creations interred within Asphodelos have been set free and stalk its halls to no end but violence. Asphodelos. That is not good to say the least. Has this ever happened before? No, never. Each level of Pandaemonium is under the charge of a key ward, who keeps strict control over the most minute aspects of their domain. They are selected with great care, and their loyalty to Master Labrea is absolute. Fuck him. Yes, something has gone terribly wrong. Try as we might to hold the line, the chaos within is overwhelming. I hardly realized that I had become separated from my colleagues. I remember a chorus of whispers assailing my senses, and afterwards, only flashes of rage and fury. Then blackness, from which I awoke to find that whatever had overcome me was gone. I see. Your senses may have been muddled by magics that affect the mind, perhaps the selfsame ones that saw you separated from the other warders. Whatever had taken hold of me, thank you for releasing me from its clutches. That you've come here from the surface must mean some word of our plight has reached the outside world. If you know anything that may help, pray tell. Blah, 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 blah. Just kidding. Oh, he looks sad. Horror among horrors, so Pandemonium's protections are indeed being dismantled from within. By the same individual or individuals that released its captives and set them upon you, no doubt. Such knowledge avails us little, however, if we cannot ascertain their identity. Themis, was it? You said you worked for an organization under the auspices of the convocation? Were they to receive word of what has transpired here? What measures would they take? Doubtless they would consider this place to be a lost cause. Pandemonium's ties to the outside world would be severed, or perhaps it would be wiped from existence entirely. As I thought, were the creatures to escape into the outside world, there would be untold carnage. The words of La Habrea would never risk that, despite what value the research subjects may hold. All the more reason to work with haste. If we can't expect further help, then it falls upon me to save the others. I'll not leave them behind. There you go, bro. You would go alone? I won't leave the other warders to face certain doom. I know they fight for survival even now. They wouldn't abandon their duty. They would see the creatures return to their cells at all costs. And so I must do the same, Themis. I know the request I'm about to make of you is a monumental one, but please, say not a word of this to the convocation until I've been given a chance to set things right. Forgive my rudeness, Aracathonius, Jesus, but my decision cannot be swayed by emotion. You would only be consigning yourself to an early death. Strength of resolve alone cannot win in the face of overwhelming odds. That's right, bro. I'm telling you the truth because he cares. That being said, our investigation has only just begun. And we would be remiss to turn back ere we've made an exhaustive survey. So for the time being, there are slightly more than resolve to rely upon. Fight time. Heh! I knew you would be all too eager to join us. Each moment since you fell from the skies has been more interesting than the last. More and more you remind me of my dear friend. Which goes some way toward encouraging me that this matter will yet reach a satisfactory conclusion. Woo! So you agree to help? For the moment, our goals align. The protective magics of Pandaemonium yet hold. So for the moment, time is in our favor. Let us proceed upon the course you and Shield have set us upon. That's me, brother. Themis and Shield, yes? Thank you. The warders owe you a great debt already. We shall be glad to have someone familiar with Pandemonium's halls by our side. A party of 3 is ever so much more entertaining than a pair of 2. Now let us turn our attention to rescuing our colleagues. Perhaps it would be wise to approach the gates, in case any have followed you out. Get my reward, direct hit, critical. I'll get some more direct hits too. Both are acceptable. Alright, so this goes into the next spot. So that'll basically be the end of it then. I'll go through these one at a time. That way I go through all the dialogue and everything like that. But, as I said, while Path of Exile 2, I'm working towards just getting through the hard mode of repeating Acts 1 through 3 until 4, 5, 6 comes out. I might play that, or just wait until the 4, 5, and 6 comes out so I can continue the story. But in the meantime, thank you as always for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Have a good day.